So I was just going over my parties. I had a couple parties this weekend, and I booked some parties, and I like to stay organized with my parties and the expenses that I'm spending on them. So first things first, I get a calendar, a blank calendar, and you can print off calendar pages. This is one of those free calendars. My dad gets a ton of them. So normally what I do is I try and highlight the days that I can party. I haven't really done that. So I have a couple days. March, I don't have many days. So I highlight the days I can party so that when I go to a home party, I can hand my calendar, pass it around and say, write your name down and your phone number for the day that you want to party. That's highlighted in pink. So I do that. So today I'm collecting all that information. I've got a party for May, 2 for April, and I had some online parties. So then I have this piece of paper. Now, I don't have a digital copy of this. I need to make one. But someone had given me, they gave it to me in a full-size sheet, and I shrunk it down, and I actually photocopied it and made it into 2 sheets. And back in the day on 31today.com, they had these hostess cards. They might still have these. I got to search around for it. But either way, it's a way to document the parties that you have coming up. Because you should be asking people, you should have an ongoing list of people that are interested in joining your team and interested in partying or interested in purchasing product. And you need a system to keep track of them. So even if you just take a little half sheet of paper and you've got a file pocket here or a binder, or you leave it on your desk or whatever, it's a method that you're implementing to follow through with later. Okay, so this little piece of paper I put all of my hostess information on here, her party date, and then it's got things like, did you send them a hostess packet? Did you set them up on your website? Did you send them a Facebook event? Did you send them a save the date invitation? Did you email them an invitation? Did you mail invites? Did you do your coaching call? And then down here, there's a little space for expenses. Did you spend money on incentives for your hostess, on prizes, on booking bonuses, postage, personal order, office expenses? So if you bought pens, if you bought stamps, if you bought stickers, put it on the piece of paper. And then down here, I write notes. I called on March 1st and I left a message, or I spoke to her about hostess rewards, or I sent her invites in the mail, or I mailed them out for her, whatever notes you have. And then I file them in my little binder. So if you haven't seen my little pink binder, it makes me so happy. I got it at Target, and it comes with some of the little file folders and the tabs. And it just comes with some lined notebook paper. Oops. And then in the back, it's got to-do lists and stuff. My stuff's falling out because I don't have holes punched and everything. But I have little tabs here. So I have a tab that says follow up, parties now, parties later, red hot recruits. So anyone I had a recruiting conversation with that said not now, maybe later, I write it down. And trust me when I tell you this, if you keep a list of those people, they may join your team later if you keep in touch with them every couple months. I have a thing for new consultants, and then I have just an extra in the back. So I file all my new parties in here, and then once a week I will flip and I will go through and say, what do I need to do this week? Oh, I already sent her packet. I need to call her. Usually I'm on the same page with all my hostesses. So I try and hostess coach everyone at the same time. For me, that works better, especially if I'm doing online parties. I like to do them the 1st through the 15th of the month. Why do you think I like to do that? Because if your parties go in the 1st through the 15th, you get paid on the 25th. So I like to get all my online parties at the beginning of the month, and I hostess coach them at the exact same time, and it helps me keep things in order. Now listen, when you're keeping track of your stuff, you can also there's digital. I know Courtney was talking about something that she uses digitally to keep track of her expenses. I use my consultant. It's a calculating app, calculator for consultants, and it adds in your shipping and your the taxes. And then it also can keep track of your miles. So whenever I drive to the post office to mail that hostess packet, I put the miles in and how much it cost. If I'm driving to that party and I bought her a bottle of wine, I put the bottle of wine and I put the miles that it took. So no matter what kind of tracking system or record system you're keeping, just have some sort of system, because let me tell you, if you wait until the end of the year to do your taxes and you are scrambling, you're going to kick yourself in the ass. Now, the next thing I do after I have filled out my party, or my card or my hostess, after I have gone to her party and I have her order forms, I stick this with her party and I file it in my fold-in file. See these folders? They're January through December. So whatever month it is, I file it in there. And then when it's time for taxes, I go through this little folder and I will write down like the parties, the miles, and the expenses. I'm trying to see where this goes back in January, I think. So this is a nice way to keep track of it. Now, if you're smart, you won't wait until the end of the year to do this. Like, do it every quarter, maybe, or every month. So at the end of the month, you'll take your folder, you write an Excel spreadsheet, you put your parties, you put your miles, you put your expenses. And there's ways that your tax attorney or tax person will want you to divide it up. Office expenses. I put it on, I did a post earlier about the taxes, so search through it. But if I have an online party and I do not have orders, I still file this away because I'm still maybe spending money on prizes or on, lots of different things. So this is how I keep track of my parties, how I hostess coach, and how I keep track of my expenses. Now, I want you to go to 31today.com and scroll down to marketing because you might be able to find a hostess card on there. I haven't looked, but there are some nice graphics on there for Baby by 31 and for the new spring stuff. Oh, that reminds me. I need to place my order for, the new summer essentials. So there's graphics under marketing, under spring marketing on top. You just scroll down to the bottom and you hit download and then you right click and you hit save as and put it in a folder, maybe summer essentials, Baby by 31. Or if you're doing it on your phone, do the same thing. Save it on your phone and save it in a folder. So that way when you want to do an online party or you're posting in your Facebook group, you've got pictures to post about this new and upcoming stuff. We don't want to share too early because we don't want to kick ourselves in the butt for March. But I would say mid-March, start sharing little snippets of Baby by 31 and the summer essentials. Now, I'm going to Disney on Wednesday, and I happen to have some of those summer essentials, like the cork stripe bag. I have a couple of the items from past summers. So if anyone is having a party and they want to borrow them to kind of hang as a teaser for their summer parties, it's a good idea. I took my cork bag. It's the cork at the top with sparkle and then the navy blue stripe. I brought that to a party along with a couple other bags and they were like, oh, I want that bag. And I'm like, you have to book a party in April. And that's how I got my party bookings, girls. So if anyone wants to share it, I'm trying to put this away. Let me know and I'll leave it out. Ugh. I'm going to the airport Thursday, so I can always leave it on my porch, or you can try and meet me. All right, gotta go. I gotta get on with my day. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Talk to you later.